Ah, Winnie the Pooh, the timeless classic by A. Milne that has warmed the hearts of both children and adults the world over since it was first published back in 1926. The adventures of Winnie the Pooh, Christopher Robin, Piglet, Eeyore, and company have inspired countless people throughout the decades, reminding us all to enjoy the little things life has to offer, seize the day, the importance of giving, the power of friendship, and never giving up that sense of childlike wonderment. But like all children, Christopher Robin had to grow up. At some point, he'd need to set out on his own, become a man, fall in love, etc. And to do that, he'd need to leave all of his friends in the 100-acre wood behind. If you've ever wondered what the next chapter of that saga held, well, the makers of Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey are here to fill you in. And let's just say, it ain't no Disney movie.
Welcome to Pizowell Home Video.
So two things struck me about Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey right off the rip. I was surprised by the gravely serious and dark tone of the movie. And I mean it's dark. This is a gimmick movie. Let's just call a spade here. The only reason Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey has gotten the notoriety it's received is because of the Winnie the Pooh angle. And when it comes to this kind of gimmicky movie, the makers tend to keep things pretty tongue-in-cheek. That, however, is not the case here. This movie is grim, it's violent, and it's a little deeper than you'd expect. The other thing that struck me about Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey is that it's a movie about trauma. Pooh and Piglet are dealing with the trauma they experienced and the actions they had to take in order to survive after Christopher Robin left them behind. Let's just say Pooh and Piglet chose violence, and cannibalism, and torture. They went feral, and they are no fans of humanity. You stumble into their 100-acre wood and you're going to have a very bad day. The lucky ones die quick. The not-so-lucky ones, put it this way, Pooh and Piglet gotta eat, and they gotta entertain themselves. Then you have the character of Maria, who's dealing with the trauma of a vicious stalker. Maria is talked into a weekend getaway with 4 friends at a secluded cabin. Unfortunately, it's located right in Pooh and Piglet's backyard. Then you have the character of Christopher Robin, who's decided to return to the 100-acre wood with his wife. He wants to introduce her to Pooh and friends and play catch-up with his old pals. Christopher's welcome is not very warm, and soon he's being traumatized by Pooh, both physically and mentally. And I'm not sure which is worse. Seeing what his old friends have become is not an easy pill to swallow for Christopher. You see, Pooh and Piglet are sadistic here. We don't just get some good kills, including a death by woodchipper, multiple heads crushed, limbs slapped off. Yes, I said slapped. Beheadings, a machete tonsillectomy, and more. But Pooh and Piglet's depravity runs deep. They both like to play with their food, let's just say. Pooh takes out his frustrations on Christopher, and Piglet has his own play pal. And was it just me, or did the movie insinuate that Piglet may have forced himself on this person? The look of Pooh is pretty striking here. The mask is pretty good. It's both kinda cute and really demented, particularly when it's splattered with blood, dripping honey, or drool. It makes for plenty of cool scenes of Pooh doing very un-Pooh things. The Piglet mask isn't quite as good, but it's still pretty good. Blood and Honey boasts surprisingly decent production value, set design, and cinematography. The pacing is also quick. Very little time is wasted before getting down to business. The performances are just fine, but there isn't much in the way of character development. Still, when characters bite it, their deaths have impact, and these ladies aren't your typical slasher movie cannon fodder. They actually work together and put up one heck of a fight. On the downside, despite the movie having some decent practical makeup effects and kills, why is there so much CGI blood? You had time to create the prosthetics and pull off the kills, but not time enough to whip up a couple of buckets of Cairo syrup and red food coloring? Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey is no masterpiece, and it's not a new slasher classic. But I had an absolute blast with it, and was completely and thoroughly entertained throughout. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but if you like a little honey and blood with your tea, then I highly recommend it. If you've seen Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, please let me know your thoughts on the film down in the comments section below. If you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up and share it on social media. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, peace. Thank you to all my patrons and channel members. I appreciate your generosity and support of my channel. Become a patron today and have a say in what content appears on my channel. Join me for monthly live streams and much more. Become a channel member today and get access to exclusive badges and emotes to use when I stream. Both those links are in the description. Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.